Should I withhold FIRPTA at closing on sale of NY home if I am not a citizen? Selling property in the United States as a foreign investor involves navigating complex tax regulations, including the Foreign Investment in Real Property Tax Act, FIRPTA. FIRPTA requires that buyers withhold a portion of the sale proceeds when purchasing U.S. real estate from a foreign seller. This law ensures that taxes on gains from these sales are paid to the U.S. government. Understanding FIRPTA and your responsibilities under it is essential to avoid legal complications. The law mandates that 15% of the gross purchase price be withheld and submitted to the IRS within 20 days of closing. This withholding applies if the seller is classified as a foreign person under the law. Consulting with a qualified attorney can clarify whether FIRPTA applies to your sale and ensure compliance. Understanding FIRPTA and its application. FIRPTA was enacted to address concerns that foreign investors could sell U.S. real estate without paying taxes on their profits. It applies to all U.S. real property interests sold by foreign individuals, including shares in U.S. real property holding corporations. If the seller is a foreign person, the buyer must act as the withholding agent and ensure compliance with FIRPTA. Failure to withhold can make the buyer liable for the seller's tax obligations. A foreign person is defined as anyone who is not a U.S. citizen or resident, determined by criteria such as the substantial presence test. If the seller meets the test requirements, they may be exempt from FIRPTA withholding, provided they file an affidavit verifying their non-foreign status. Steps to prepare for closing under FIRPTA. Foreign sellers must secure the appropriate taxpayer identification numbers, TINs, well in advance of closing. This could be a Social Security number, SSN, an individual taxpayer identification number, ITIN, or an employer identification number, ITIN, for entities. Delays in securing these identifiers can hinder the transaction. To avoid withholding, foreign sellers can apply for a withholding certificate using IRS Form 8288B. This certificate may adjust the withholding amount or exempt the seller from withholding entirely, depending on the seller's tax obligations. Filing the form accurately and promptly is essential, as processing can take up to 120 days. Exceptions to FIRPTA withholding. Certain situations exempt transactions from FIRPTA withholding. The buyer plans to use the property as a residence, and the purchase price does not exceed $300,000. The seller provides a certification confirming their non-foreign status. A withholding certificate from the IRS reduces or eliminates the withholding requirement. These exceptions are subject to strict documentation and filing requirements, underscoring the importance of professional guidance. Navigating FIRPTA regulations requires thorough preparation and a clear understanding of your obligations. Contact Sishodia PLLC at 600 3rd Avenue, 2nd floor, New York, New York, 10016, or call us at 833-616-4646 to consult with an experienced attorney who can guide you through the complexities of FIRPTA compliance and ensure a smooth transaction.